Hello, you're watching MCTV Live. Now, normally I'd introduce myself, but our audio's never there every time we introduce ourselves. So hopefully I've wasted enough time, and that's all good. So, hi, I'm Jocelyn.
And so am I. And on today's show, we have the Science Challenge, Part 2 of the bike trip video, and an animation piece done by Chrissy Hassan.
So stay tuned for the 79th episode of MCTV Live. Welcome back.
Will you quit it?
Stop it. Jeez. This Thursday, the PE 30s are going on the annual bike trip to the mountains.
It's about 200 kilometers that they travel in 3 days.
And as we speak, Dina Anderson is the recipient of the Roger Champagne Memorial Bike Award for strong leadership and strength on those training runs.
The people that go on the trip, they always say it's worth it, and it's very rewarding in the end.
They have a sense of accomplishment, satisfaction, you know.
But we're going to let you watch it, and you guys can see for yourselves.
This is part 2 of 3. The 3 parts Mr. B has edited together, anyway, whatever. And this time they go from Rampart Creek Hostel in Banff National Park to Beauty Creek Hostel in Jasper National Park.
Well, let's go take a look at it.
It's always a la 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 la. Hi there, look at you girls are up. Angeline, I can't believe you're up already. Okay, fellas, 8:30. Mount those bikes. Get at her. See guys on your bikes in 10 minutes. Come on.
You want a pillow across the head?
What about breakfast? No breakfast.
Omelets,
with mushrooms and onions. The only way to have omelets. And ham and cheese. Yeah.
My product of choice was the Lipton Raspberry. It is full of flavor and quite thirst quenching. As you see, 2 bottles here. One's hot because of boiling water, but this one's cold. So this one will be the choice today.
Okay, everyone looks great this morning. Ready to fight the elements. 10 o'clock. Okay, anyway, down the road, turn right and just head her. And Mr. Sarman has some water, I think, if people need to last little fill up. Again, the weather conditions could be anything. Could be snow, so make sure you've got all your clothes on that you can manage to put on, and we'll just go out there and battle and see how things go.
I was looking forward to the big hill. It was something that I had set myself I wanted to do.
It was raining quite a bit before we got to the big hill, and I was just wondering, like, is it going to rain or is it going to snow? But
it was all right biking. My butt was still sore biking, but I was dry. I was having fun. And then when it started raining, kind of put a damper on my view of what we were supposed to be doing and what the object of the trip was.
Basically, the whole trip, I kept my mind set on just finishing the trip. It was something I wanted to do. I didn't really care about the weather. Sure, it was freezing and sometimes wet, but you had to be ready. They told us to prepare for that.
Lots of people just liked it when it was flatter and straighter, but I didn't really like that because I liked pouring it all on for like 5-10 minutes going up a hill, and then you get a nice coast down the hill for a while, and you could just relax and rest.
And then, well, sometimes our stopping place would be at the bottom of the hill. And they're like, well, why couldn't it be at the top? Then we'd be done and we could have easy sailing. But no, there had to be another hill.
Before we got to the big hill, right, there's a little fake hill, like a fake summit. You get to the top and you think you've got it, right? And then you look up and you see little dinky toy tractors up there, like little Greyhound buses that look like they're an inch long. And right then I kind of swallowed.
It was like a long way up, and it was like, oh my God, am I gonna make it?
It was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. It was so hard because it was so cold, and I lost my gloves, I couldn't find them.
Yeah, well, as soon as we seen Bodestein come down there, he says, oh, it's snowing up top. And I was just thinking like, oh, here I gotta climb this hill, and now it's snowing up there too. Like, oh, where's the bus?
I've never ridden in snow before, and it wasn't my favorite thing, but I biked, I survived. Well, my whole plan was to bike up the whole trip, like to bike up the whole hill, and walk it, like not walk it, and I managed to do that.
I did my part, I tried my best, I gave my heart, I took no rest. Time will tell if I left my mark, but I know full well I did my part.
So going into the big hill, I was a bit nervous, but the determination was there. I had a good song in my head, so I just gave her up the hill, made her. So I think that all the adverse conditions kind of added to the sense of accomplishment that I had at the end of the trip, I mean.
Time will tell if I left my mark, but I know full well I did my part. But I know full well I did my part.
It's a lovely day for a ride.
I almost liked the snow better than the rain because you didn't get soaked.
I was just wondering every time, has it been 7.5 kilometers yet? Are we at the top? We're almost there.
I thought it'd be smaller. It took a lot longer and a lot more than I thought.
It was hard. Like by the end, once I got up to the top of that hill, my legs are just yellow. Like,
because I wasn't even sure if I'd make it up the hill, let alone beat everybody. Oh, it was tough. Took a lot of convincing to keep going, but we made it. Yeah, we stayed above 10 kilometers pretty much the whole way up. Got up to about 17 in the straight spot. It was a tough ride. Tough.
Oh, awesome. Well, it's pretty challenging, but now that we got the hill behind us, the rest of the trip will be pretty good, I think.
Just getting all the way up there without passing out was a pretty big accomplishment for me.
I was glad it was over because it was a long way up and it seemed like it took forever.
I thought it'd be hard, but I didn't. I always expected the big hill to be hard, but when I was there, it was, oh, I couldn't believe how much of a struggle.
talking to my brother, he went on the bike trip a couple years ago. His advice to me on the trip overall was make the hill. So I think there's a bit of pressure added to make the hill. It's kind of like a big thing for me, you know, like that was the one thing on the trip that I wanted to get out of it, is I wanted to make the big hill without stopping once. I mean, it's a huge hill. It's a hard thing to ride up, no matter how you look at it.
Well, by then we were like soaking wet and freezing cold, and everybody was in there for a while, and then I walk in and I was so cold. After that I was like cold for about 5 hours at least.
A lot of us bought food. It was probably about $10 for a couple things, fries and a burger or something like that.
I got charged for crackers. Yeah, about, what was it? Oh yeah, $1 for 4 packages of crackers. So I was pretty ticked off about that because I thought they were free. There's a big box of them. Me and Maurice went and we were pretty hungry, so we grabbed some crackers because we thought they were free. When I get to the till, my bill's a bit more, and I'm like, well, why is it so expensive? And I looked at my bill and realized that they charged me for the crackers.
There was a wooden carving of a Mountie, Canadian Mountie, and they wanted $1,500 for it. It was a chunk of wood, and it's worth like way more than my car.
How are your fries?
Beef.
They're all right. They're not worth what we pay.
You could definitely see the the tiredness hitting people. I know, I laid down for a little bit, but I never closed my eyes. I was just kind of sprawling out because everybody else is pretty groggy and they weren't any fun to talk to.
I didn't think I'd actually fall asleep. At first I just had my eyes closed. Everyone thought I was sleeping, but after a while I really zonked out, and then all of a sudden somebody wakes you up and you think you're drooling, so you just kind of shoot up. You don't know what's happening. You're in some strange place, the table's cleaned, and you don't know what happened.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Going down to the glacier was good, and then once we got there, hiking up, and then the whole fun of sliding down the hill on our backs, and it was a lot of fun.
All right, so last night we went into Rampart Creek, and a lot of people were saying, well, the water wasn't quite cold enough. So myself and Mr. Hahn are now about to dunk our heads in the coldest water possible, fed directly from the Athabasca Glacier. The temperature is roughly 1 degree, maybe a little cooler than that, so it should be good. 2, 3. Yeah, it was cold. That was cold. Do not try this at home.
Sticking my head in that hole, man. Brain freeze and a bit disoriented getting up out of there. It's pretty crazy, felt good.
There were some of us that couldn't make it through. For one, I couldn't because I was using somebody else's bike. I wasn't used to it. And I was just exhausted from the day's pedaling. So for the last 10 kilometers or so, there was a few of us that had to ride the bus down to the hostel.
Wasn't really allowed to keep on going because I was freezing. I was too cold. Mr. Lassard said that it'd be better for me to take the bus, which I didn't really argue very much, but I kind of wanted to go down since I made it all that way to get up.
Oh, that was, I think, the climax of the whole trip. I pity those that did not go down.
Didn't even have to pedal for like 4 kilometers or whatever it was, just straight downhill. It was wicked.
I don't know, it was like you were going really fast and trying not to run into the person in front of you if they decided to slow down and stuff. And then we were keeping up with the cars. Like there were cars behind us, but they weren't catching up. So we were going at a pretty good speed and it was lots of fun.
I made it.
Check out my fire in every cabin. Is yours out?
No way, ours is like still burnt.
We got so much soup here we don't know what to do.
Yeah, well, first we've got some rice here happening. Then we've got some potatoes over there. I got some.
And some cucumbers happening. We got
And then we finish it off with mushrooms sauteed in butter.
What's on the menu for tonight there, Maurice?
A little of everything. I don't know exactly what's in there. I got like itchy band, soup, Campbell's something, some like quinoa soup mix. Just testing it out.
I'll move the dead one more.
me, Quentin, and Reese, we went out onto, there's a little river there, right beside, and we went out and we were on the sandbars and we were chucking rocks, and later on, yeah, we went canoeing, and actually I went canoeing twice. I went canoeing, the first time we went out about 10 feet and it was kind of boring, so we went back in, then it started to snow. We went out again and that was pretty fun.
I was in the kitchen area for a while and just visiting with everybody and stuff, and then we went for a walk or a hike up to the waterfalls there.
It was nice to actually see some falls without riding the bike and having your butt hurt a little more, and it was a good way to stretch your legs and get some more fresh air.
It was nice. It's a lot of falls all the way along the path, and then we got to go down there and do a head dunk, and it was good.
For the dunkings at the beginning, it was more or less to cool off, but then getting close to the second day, it was almost a ritual where any kind of water, you had to put your head in it. It was just, you had to.
That was awesome. Refreshing.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah. All space. Yeah. I think there's a bear in here. Awesome.
We all kind of came together and lived together and had a really good time.
Yeah, I thought it was good because it was like everybody all together, and there were people playing guitars and singing, and everybody's eating and sharing all their food, and it was good, I thought.
Yeah, Tyler Craig and John McHale, I don't know if they're used to how much wood to put into a fire to make it as warm as they wanted to, but they pretty much loaded up the stove for all it was worth.
I saw him do it and I was laughing, but I wanted to kill him after. The heat in our cabin was just so warm, but it was good because it dried off at least one of my outfits.
We all decided to go for one last head dunk before we went to bed, so we'd actually try to cool off a bit. The windows were all open, the doors were open, and we just tried to cool off as much as we could.
Let's just see what tomorrow brings. We kings and pretty things. Oh, that's what tomorrow brings.
Well, I wish I could have gone on that trip.
Sounds like they had a lot of fun. A little chilly, but fun.
Speaking of fun, the fashion show was last month and I got to direct it.
So how'd that go?
Really good. I got all the behind the scenes stuff that nobody's ever gone before.
And you sell it, right?
Yeah.
We also sell the other videos too. Music Mayhem, Grad,
Drama.
Drum Play, all that fun stuff. So I just thought I'd let everybody know that last week, Chrissy and I from MCTV went to the Skills Canada Provincial Competition in Calgary. We got third for video editing. We had to do some, 4.5 hours to edit and shoot a video and stuff.
Did Steve go too or something?
Yeah, Steve went, Steve Pittis, Leah Klinger, and Lynn Hunting went, and Leah Klinger got gold in, I think it was desktop publishing. She might have a chance to go to nationals.
Well, now we're going to go check out another Toy Story.
Okay, you guys, let's get going. Come on. Everybody ready? Come on. Are all the toys picked up? Everything's ready? We're all ready. Okay. No? Yeah.
then you really gotta jump jiving, then you will away. Papa's in the icebox looking for a can of ale. Papa's in the icebox looking for a can of ale. Mama's in the backyard learning how to jive and wail. Oh, you gotta jump jiving, then you well, 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 you gotta jump jiving, then you well away. One good thing about him, he knows how to jive it well. Jack and Jill went up the hill to get a pail. Jack and Jill went up the hill to get a pail. Jill stayed up, she wants to learn how to jive and wail. Oh, you gotta jump jiving, then you well, 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 you gotta jump jiving, then you well away. You gotta jump jiving, then you well, 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 you gotta jump jiving, then you.
Right on. Oh, already. Okay. Boots off, boots off. Ryan, don't throw your... Ryan, you have to learn how to put away your toys.
I didn't do it. No.
You're saying it just got up and walked over here all by itself? Huh? Okay, come on, let's go put it away. Come on, guys.
Well, we have some bad news from the animal kingdom today.
The school's pet spider has passed on.
Can't say I'll miss them.
I think the school should get something that the students aren't scared of.
Like a bunny.
Yeah, sure. Talking about the school, we had our annual open house a few weeks ago.
There was stuff from music to the drama plays to TV magic.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. But here is our next piece.
On Saturday, May 8th, Joshua Foss was playing in the playground across from Morinville Peninsula when suddenly he heard an explosion.
And I heard this big bang, and then I saw smoke going up. And then I came closer to go see if there's fire, and then I saw fire, so I ran back on my bike to go to my dad. And then I came back, he was rushing me again, and he got like the whole fire department to come and get the fire control. Were you pretty scared?
It took the firefighters approximately an hour and a half to bring out the fire. The cost of the damage is yet unknown.
It appears that the owner had been working through the afternoon with some lawn equipment. They pulled the trailer into the garage and went inside to clean up. Something happened between that time and an explosion occurred in the garage area. The fire then extended from the garage area over into the trellis and up over into the house, at which time when we came on scene then we fought the main part of the garage fire and then ventilated most of the fire and smoke out through the roof to try to keep it from spreading in through the rest of the house.
The morning after, the garage is left in ruins and his new Dodge truck burnt to a crisp. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, but the neighbors in the tents were very shaken up about it.
Big Horse 3 southbound. Order now. Call 434-2288. We're back talking about how to make your money work for you. It's The Money Show. Our number is...
We would like to send out our condolences to the family that was involved in the house fire.
And I'm sure they could use some help as well as other families around the town. So by sending stuff to FCSS, I'm sure you can help them out.
Every little bit counts.
Yeah. But today we have a special guest. Jackie, oops, he fell. Jackie Chan. Unfortunately, he has laryngitis and can't talk.
And he's a lot shorter than I thought he would be, and I'm pretty sure I could beat him up. Okay, he's gone now.
Anyway, next up is the science challenge. They had to make a plane and have do different things and stuff like that. They can hit targets, but Chrissy Roman has more information, so watch it.
See behind me, the people are piling in for this year's CTS Science Challenge. The concept this year was to build an airplane, so it should be exciting.
We talked to some of the students and teachers who participated in this year's events.
Well, this is the winner right here, no doubt about it. I've seen some really good designs over here. The other competitors have some good planes, so it'll be interesting.
And as always, there was science trivia.
Inspiration? I was emptying garbage one day and I saw egg cartons and thought that'd be a good idea for making...
Because they're so light?
Yeah.
Hi, and we're back.
Hi.
So now what?
Oh, well, there was grad. We had grad.
Oh, yeah, grad.
Weren't you graduating?
Yeah, it was so much fun, and we'd like to thank the grad committee for their hard work. Everything was awesome.
It was a blast. Our MCTV crew had a little group shot with all of us dressed up and stuff like that. It was good.
But we weren't dressed up in these clothes.
But just so you know, we're selling all those videos in grad. We just want to mention that again.
Grad, fashion show, music mayhem, drama.
Good stuff.
Bike trip.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't happened.
So whatever.
Well, it looks like we're out of time.
But the closing credits are scenes from the Star Wars, if you can't wait. So as Tigger would say, TTFR.
Ta-ta for now.
That was TTFN. Not.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.